Alright, so we're going on a trip today. We're going about 3 hours from the house to Marion, Indiana. We're going to pick something up. A little excited to pick it up, but we got the gooseneck behind us. It's just me and you. We're going, I guess I'm going solo. You guys aren't going to be much help. Sorry, but we're going solo. Pick something up. And like I said, I'm really excited. So let's get going. So we're driving through Paulding County, Ohio on Route 24. And if it sounds like I'm shaking or the camera's shaking, it's because this road's a little rough. You can blame my old man for that. My old man helped build this road. I don't know if he did this strip through here or not, but we'll blame him. But on the west side of Ohio, we have a few windmill farms, and this is one of them. I don't know if this is the biggest one, but it's pretty big. And we're on the northern end of it. You probably can't see nothing. I can't drive straight. But this thing at night is pretty awesome because you can see red lights for miles. And there's so many of them that the sky pretty much lights up red. I mean, the horizon's nothing but red when because they all blink pretty much the same time. But yeah, on the west side of Ohio we have windmill farms, and on the east side we have oil and gas wells. So just thought I'd show you. This side of Ohio is pretty flat. I'm not too far from Indiana. I'm only an hour and 15 minutes from where I need to be. So it's probably about the best shot of windmills you'll get if you can see that far. I know you go down Indiana, going across 70, I think it was. There's quite a few windmill farms. There might not be 70. I can't remember, but I know when me and my old man went out to, where did we go? Minnesota. When we come back, we come across the road in Indiana, and we followed a windmill farm for, I don't know, 30 miles. It seemed like it was forever. There you go. Anyways, I'll pick you up at some other point during the trip. While we're driving through here, I thought I'd mention that Paulding County has some of the biggest dairy farms in Ohio, and there's a couple right over there. And I actually think me and Dad, when we come over here one time, we took a tour down through one of these country roads, and it was right in this area, I think, and I remember seeing some of these dairy farms. But they pipe their manure. They got pipe systems going under the road and stuff, and they can pipe their manure, you know, so far, however far they want to go. Or and in some spots they just go under the road at intersections or whatever, so they can pump from field to field, and they'll run their slick lines across down the ditches or whatever. And they can pump to the field next door or whatever, so they don't got to move all their stuff all the time. But, sorry, my microphone's bouncing in the way. There's some more of the windmills for you. I don't think there's any really big dairy farms right close to the road, but maybe on the way back, if I come this way, I'll get off on a little side road and we'll take you through the wind farm and the dairy country over here. But this is the north end of the wind farm, and it looks like we're about out of it. I don't see any more in front of me or to the south. There you go. Indiana's coming up here shortly. Alrighty, we're headed home. We got her loaded. Only took a few minutes. I'm gonna check my mileage. See what I get on the way home. On the way down, I averaged about 13 pulling the empty trailer so far. Heading home, pulling the loaded trailer, I'm getting 9.1. So we'll see. We got 156 miles to go. 2.5 hours. Just take our time getting home. I ain't no hurry. But I'll show you what I bought when I get her home, and we'll walk around it and check her out. Alright, we're back in Ohio. This is like the first road you can get off of on 24 when you're in Ohio. And this is where I had the camera on earlier and was telling you about the dairy farms and the windmills. And there's a dairy farm right down here. And I can't tour around for too long because I gotta find a place to get DEF. The gas station I filled up at this morning did not sell DEF in jugs or in bulk, so I gotta find it on the way home now. But there's a pretty good sized dairy farm down here, so we'll drive around it, see what we can see if I can find any of their pipes sticking out of the ground where they pump their manure. You can hopefully see all the windmills around here. We're just now getting into them. This would be the northwest edge of his farm. Pretty area over here. Big dairy farm. I see their hoses and stuff for pumping. Got a scale going into there. Everything. Big fancy parlor. The only thing is now I'm down in the cornfields and I'm not above everything where I can see where there may be another farm, but I know, I'm pretty sure this is the way me and Dad took when we was out touring around, and they had their pipes going under the road down through here. It's kind of like hydrants. I can smell the dairy farm now. I guess we'll go down this road. It's the way the GPS wants me to go. It takes by some of these windmills. Looks like a nice smooth road. 24 is kind of rough and bumpy right through here, so we'll get off the beaten path a little bit. Take you by the windmills here. I don't mind the windmills. I kind of like looking at them. I know Seneca County, they're in a big battle about getting windmills, and I think they've actually voted it down now, but they were talking about putting a windmill farm up south of the farm a few miles in Seneca County. They're putting one up down there where old farm junk is, where that big crane fell. I got some good videos of some windmills when me and Dad went out west. I never posted. Might have to post them up out in the middle of nowhere, and I mean nowhere. And out of all the windmills that we've passed when we went out there and stopped and drove through, we've only seen a handful. I could probably only count on one hand how many that actually had oil that had leaked out of them, because you could see it on the tower. The towers were all spotty with oil, and one of them was pretty major. But other than that, you know, because everybody talks about, oh, they'll leak oil everywhere and it's a big mess and blah blah blah, and out of all of them that we've seen, there were less than 5 that had oil all over them. And as far as dairy farms, I'm not seeing any. I'll give you a good shot over here. There's some access roads I just passed. Take you back, because they're kind of in lines, and this was not a good example, but on the other side of the road I just passed, back over there, there's what, 5, 6 of them, right in a straight line. We'll go into Paulding. That's where Dad used to stay when he worked up here. We'll go into Paulding and get some def. I'm sure there's a Tractor Supply somewhere there, or auto parts store or something. But I'm not seeing any more dairy farms. I should pull over and put my other GoPro up on the trailer neck. Might do that if I find a good spot to pull off. You guys can see the countryside. Oh well, I guess if I find a dairy farm in the horizon, I'll turn the camera back on and we'll check them out. So apparently the theme of today is as soon as I turn the camera off and put it down, I find something. So over there on the horizon, my mirror is blocking your guys' way. There is, looks like 2 big dairy farms. Big dairy farms. So we're gonna head that way. Maybe check both of them out. But that one is 4 barns, 5 barns, 6 barns maybe? I can't tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and something in the middle. Let's see. Let me find a road that goes that way. I think there's one up here. And then there's one that's got white barns over there. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see that. Let's see. There's a road coming up here. The thing is, they're probably on a road that we're parallel to. Alright, let's turn down this road. I like going on road trips because you get to see all kinds of cool stuff. Oh well, we'll go down. It says 3 trucks prohibited, but we're going down it. It's county road, township road or something. Now we're getting out of the windmills. Actually, we're on the east side. There's only a couple more going east. Ooh, that other one's huge compared to this one. When I went up to Vermont for a family reunion a long time ago, there was one right on the Canadian border. Milked 3 times a day, and they had 1,800 head, I think. It was massive, but I think these are bigger. absolutely huge. Let's see, let's go down this side road. I'm not seeing any like the little hydrants for manure. I know they were around here. That one's the big farm. But this farm over here is bigger. Let's see, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 barns maybe. Jump up here. It's hurting my fuel mileage. We're at 9.3. I smell the dairy farms. YouTube's probably gonna yell at me for letting the radio play, but whatever. I don't care. I'll be doing some tiling. It was up in this area, I believe, that the big bud was up here. Pulled, it wasn't the, was it the big 747? There was a couple big buds up here. I don't remember if the big one was here or not, but they had a plow day up here. Up this way. Toes in the water. Jonathan's farm, something like that. Roads are rough. This is a big one. Looks like they had their manure tanker get crushed. Tankers say Indian River on them. There's some pipes and manholes and stuff. Boy, that is ripe smelling. Well, maybe I was lying about the hydrants, but I could have swore one of these farms around here, there's an access road to a windmill. Could have swore one of these farms around here had pipes for pumping manure around. Maybe it was more towards Paulding and Defiance. I don't remember. It'd been a long time ago that we toured around here. So, anyways, there's my little tour of this part of Ohio and some big farms and some windmills. So, hopefully you enjoyed. Maybe up here at this stop sign I'll throw my camera on the trailer since there's nobody behind me and we're on a one-lane gravel road. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alrighty, we'll catch you back in a little bit. so what we drove round trip like 6 hours for is this. A 10-foot dump bed for the C65 Chevy. Now, this dump bed is not the prettiest, but to haul dirt and stone and chunks of concrete, it don't have to be very pretty. It just has to be functional, which this is functional. It just needs a little attention paid to it. It doesn't have any pins in the tailgate at the top, and it has a couple rust holes in the bed, in the floor, but it's not terribly bad. It's pretty structurally sound. I mean, you can see there's some daylight there. And the apron, headache rack, whatever you want to call it, needs a little bit of attention, like somebody ran into something and peeled her back. But this is just a cheap bed to go on the little Chevy, so I can haul some stuff, you know, since the Mac wants to be a pain, and it'll get use out of that Chevy. Me get up here. Ugh. See, the floor's not too terribly bad. It's, you can see the rust starting to bubble up there. It's got a hole there. It was a excuse me. It was a city truck dump, or a city truck dump box, so I'm sure it had all kinds of salt in it and everything else. But it'll work for what I need. Like I said, I'll put some patches in it, or maybe get a sheet of steel and put in it. A little thin looking here, but I'll put these out, straighten these out, so I can put sideboards on it and just clean it up a little bit. And it's a dump truck bed, so like I said, it's good enough to haul rock and concrete and whatever else I want to throw in it that's going to dent it and beat it up. Wonder what they had here. Something for sideboards, maybe? I don't know. But it ain't bad for what it is. Doesn't look like it's been broke or welded or nothing. But it's got a valve body on it here, or like a diverter deal. I don't know exactly what it is. I'd have to clean it up. But it had a plow on it for the truck, so I'm assuming that's like a diverter valve to divert hydraulic fluid to other things. But that'll come off because I don't have anything else that needs hydraulic power. But I gotta get a hydraulic tank, and it looks like they broke off whatever was on there. They beat the truck up that they took it off of. The guy that I bought it off of put the bed liner, or new bottom in the bed, like 6 years ago, he said. But he bought the truck off the city when the rear end went out of it and the cab was off of it. It was just a frame and an engine, but it had a Caterpillar in it, and they beat it all up. The valve covers was busted off the engine, and looks like they had the bed on its side at one time, because that's stone dust. But well, let me get her off the trailer. I actually have to go get the excavator after I get this off. The excavator's not here, which is going to make this interesting to unload, because we're going to use that pig. We're going to back it down into the pasture and unload it somewhere in there. I think I got some pipe and stuff. I can drag it off, but I'm thinking with that bracket being bent down, it'll hook this 4x4, and I should be able to slide it, because the 4x4 is on the metal on both sides. So we'll just slide it down until we get to here, and then by then that should be on the ground, so we'll pick that end up and pull out from under it. So let's get at her. Well, with what I had here for equipment, that couldn't have gone any better. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. And it actually worked better than I thought because I was able to slide it all the way down the ramps. Hopefully I'll be able to zoom in the footage. You guys can see it up closer. I did drag that in the dirt, but like I said, that may or may not be salvageable. I'll look into it, see what it is, and we might hang on to it for a project down the road or something. You can add 1, 2, 3, 4 circuits, it looks like. So, and it looks like they just snapped the ends of the plungers off. I'm sure I can figure out who built that and get parts for it. But this bed, I don't know if you guys noticed it all, but it is a heel. I guess how you say that. The tag has come off. We'll put the tag back on because look good. I'm probably going to paint this bed black just to make it look decent after I fix some of the problem areas. I don't know if the guy that I bought it from did this or what. Hit it with something. He loaded it with a big forklift. He had a big Manitou forklift like you see on a dock. He has like 3 of them actually. But the forks were as long as the bed is wide, 8 foot or whatever, and set it right down on there for me. So, well, now I gotta make a phone call to see if my excavator is ready to be picked up, or if I can go and finish the job and pick it up. Either way, I gotta see if I can go do something else. But this will probably be all you'll see of the bed for a little while. I gotta finish the truck and then we'll work on the bed. Now, I talked about using the bed on the truck that's out back on the C70. 2 reasons I didn't go that route. Actually, there's probably more than 2, but we'll rattle some off. 1, I'd have to do a lot of work to cut that bed down and bring the ends in, sew them together. I'd have to build a tailgate for it. That's 1. 2, after I did that, the cylinder would probably tilt the bed up way too high. 3, I'd like to have that bed in case I run across a decent little tandem axle truck that I could put that on. What was that, 2 or 3? I don't remember. Next one, for what I paid for this bed and being able to basically just throw it on my truck was well worth it. I didn't pay a whole lot for this bed. I probably half of what I paid it cost me to go get it, so it ain't too bad. Like I said, it needs a little bit of work, but not much for what it's going to be used for. Like, maybe we'll do a little cosmetic stuff. All the outer stuff's cosmetic, all the inner stuff is functional. We'll definitely fix that. I haven't decided what I want to do. I think I might just get another 2 sheets of steel and just lay in on top of it. Maybe grind down the spots where it's bubbled up. I don't know. For now, I'll just get enough to patch the holes and run it. That's what I did with the Mac. The Mac had some holes in it and I patched them up. Went on my way. So, get pins for the tailgate and get everything wired up. I don't know how I feel about these lights that are on it. If they work, I guess we'll use them. If not, we'll do something else. But this will probably be a winter project. I got other stuff that needs to be done before I get to this, but this is definitely high on the list of stuff I want to get done. Get that truck done, get this on that truck, and use it. I think it'll be a great little addition to that truck. And with it being on that subframe, it would be not too hard to take on and off if I had to take it off and put a 5th wheel back on that to move trailers or whatever. So now I'm starting to sound like JC, because I think when he built his dump truck he said the same thing. Maybe I've been watching too much JC. Either way, catch you guys on the next one.